food and drink and ghosts, and perhaps even a few murders. You're all invited.
Horror Movie Podcast.
Welcome to the House of Ghouls Horror Movie Podcast. I'm your host, Ian Van Gool. I'm here, as always, with my co-host, Colby. Now, today, we have a very special guest, if we can keep him here.
Yeah.
Victor Gabriel, the writer-director of Cruel, the Cross-Village Encounter, Blood Gorge, and the upcoming Cruel Last House on Morrow Road. He's here to talk about another upcoming project. So, Victor, I can see you clearly right now. So how are you?
I'm so good. Sorry again. I love you. How are you?
I'm doing great. We're already off to a great start. So it's
No,
already
it's
a lot of
great.
fun.
Cool. How are you, Kobe?
I'm doing great. I feel like I haven't talked to Ian on Zoom in like a month, but it's only been like it's been like 3 weeks.
It's been almost a month, yeah.
That's close to a
God.
month. It's like that's almost like
Fuck.
yeah.
Yeah, it's been
just a little
busy.
bit. Yeah. Good.
Yeah,
Glad
I
to
think
hear it.
we'll take a minute and catch up here. So there's a reason why we haven't been on Zoom in a few weeks. So Colby, you just got back from Fantastic Fest.
Yeah.
I was gonna say I was in jail, but you no, I was at Fantastic Fest. It was fun. I got really homesick by like day 3, but the first 3 days were amazing. The closing night was fun. Saw a bunch of cool movies, saw a bunch of stinkers. But no, it was a blast. It was fun hanging out with everybody. I got to meet some people that have been on like my bucket list to meet, like Mike Flanagan, Kate Siegel. I met fucking Spencer from Ice Nine Kills. I got to hang out with the entire cast of Terrifier. Actually, the cool story with that, we were at the bar getting a drink, and Michael Levy, the director of Stream and one of the producers of Terrifier, he recognized me. He's like, Colby, what's up, man? And then we started talking. He's like, you want to come to the VIP lounge and just hang out with everybody from Terrifier? I was like, yeah. So that was fun. It was a good time. It was cool hanging with everybody from Horror Talk. It was dope.
That is dope.
Yeah.
I was gonna ask you about Fantastic Fest, and then Ian had to go and steal it from me because I wanted to be like, dude, all the videos are nuts. Like, you said you saw some stinkers though. Like, what's the stinkiest stinker? Can you tell us?
Yeah,
Without talking.
the one I disliked the most, it was called Little Bites. It was directed by Spider One, the lead singer of Power Man 5000, who is the brother of Rob Zombie.
Yeah.
And the movie, it had so much potential, but just the execution, it just fell flat for me. Like the idea was phenomenal, but the execution
Hmm.
just fell.
Interesting. All
And
right.
then that new one, was it The Rule of Jenny Penn with John Lithgow and Jeffrey Rush? That another one, it had really good potential, but then the pacing was the issue for me. But John Lithgow's performance as a villain was fucking insane. He kind of made up for the movie.
Isn't he? He's been a villain before.
Yeah, he
John
has
Lithgow.
before, but this was the most unhinged I've ever seen him.
Okay. All right. All right. But it fell flat ultimately, despite his
Um,
amazing villainous
I,
performance.
I wouldn't say it fell flat. It had a lot of pacing issues.
Oh, yeah, he did say that. Hmm.
Yeah.
Damn.
But I
And
mean, it was
then
overall,
the
it was
best.
fun.
All
Oh, go
right.
ahead. What were you
No,
gonna
I was
say?
gonna say, and then what were the best?
Oh, the
I know
best.
you loved Terrifier 3.
Yeah, Terrifier 3. I've watched it 3 times now. Um, Terrifier 3 was the most fun movie. I think the best movie there was Strange Harvest. That
Oh
was
yeah, dude, I've been hearing a lot about that one.
that's the director of Grave Encounters, and he's back
Yeah,
to terrify us yet again.
But Victor,
I got a few of
what's new
those.
with you?
Same old stuff, dude, really. Yesterday was Laura's birthday. My fiance, and she's in all of our movies, so it's been fun to kind of just we went out to a haunted house last night at an abandoned asylum in
Oh,
Detroit. Yeah, it's cool. We did it the first year it opened a few years ago. It's called Eloise, and it's like actually like a 10-story tall asylum where people were like tortured and like like mentally brutalized and stuff, and like shock therapy and all this other shit. And then like it's been abandoned for decades. And then somebody came and put like they funneled like $1 million into it, made like a haunt, and it's pretty sick. It was a good time.
How long does it take to walk through that one?
It's like it's definitely like a 30 or 40 minute excursion, I think. Like the first half is like maybe 20 minutes,
Mhm.
and the back half, and they're both each like 20 minutes. So like the whole thing might say like 45, 50 minutes. It's pretty thick.
That sounds badass. We're going
Well
to
worth
one on Saturday. We're gonna check out in the Chicago
it.
area. It's called Hell's Gate.
Oh yeah. That's
That's like the
sick.
most that's like the most popular one in like the Chicago area, and I've never been to it, so I'm excited.
But yeah, Victor, so I had a question for you. So I've been anticipating and waiting for Kroll, Last House on Morrow Road, for what feels like an eternity now.
Yeah. It's
When are we gonna get it?
um yeah, my brother just called me the other day. He's like editing it still. It's gonna be a short one, just like all the other ones. Like Blood Gorge was 40 minutes, and then Cross Village Encounter was like 57 minutes. This one's probably only gonna be like 50 minutes. Um, and I think we're gonna just like throw it on like Film Hub and just try to distribute it ourselves and see if they'll like put it on, like the Tubies of the world and stuff like that. Um, we're gonna try to have it done. Like he's done with like the skeleton, so now we just got to add all the stuff to it. I think hopefully by Thanksgiving, it'll be like hopefully pitched to somebody. So then it's just a matter of like when it'll actually get distributed. But yeah, it'll be about 50 minutes. It should be done in a month or two, and then might be another couple months until it's like out. But I want to do like I'll probably do DVDs and stuff before that happens. So I'll just send you one when they're done. But
Oh,
yeah,
yeah.
it's it's it came out pretty cool. We really only had like 3 days to shoot it. Just another one of those type of things. But I'm still excited about it. I think I'm just like already on to the next thing mentally. But there's some really fun stuff in it. So I'm really hoping that it comes out, just like it's a found footage movie, and it's the same shit, but it's I think we did some pretty fun stuff that I'm hoping like we can add some like effects to, like some post production stuff that we haven't done in any of our other things before. Some just like I don't want to say CGI, but like some more computer effects for like some of the deaths and stuff near the end and just shit like that. I don't know. So we're still working on it, but it's close.
Hell yeah, I can't wait.
Thanks. Yeah, it's nothing extravagant. We made it with again with no money, so it's not like it's gonna be like, holy shit, did you see Cruel Last House on Morrow Road? But hopefully some people find something to like about it. I think there's a few things in it that are pretty neat. So we'll see.
Hell yeah. Well, I mean, you say that, and that's literally what I've been saying about Blood Gorge for the past how many months?
Yeah, no, you have. I really appreciate you talking to people about it, dude. For real, I thank you so much.
Yeah. And I mean, literally, like probably 98% of the people that I've told about it or that have heard about it have been fans of it. So
Mhm.
What
you're
What about the last 2%? Where are they
we
at?
we don't need to worry about them.
Fuckers, dude. Did they say anything? What did the 2% say? They're like, not for me. Sucked.
Yeah, not for me. It was budgetary concerns, I think.
Yeah, it's too low budget.
But that's what I love
Wow.
about it. So we don't worry about the
Right?
2%.
I thought it looked pretty decent for the literal no budget, but
Yeah, I agree.
whatever. Whatever.
That's right. It's the
Yeah,
it's
what
the other
about?
it's the other 98% that
Yeah.
you focus on.
When did I just watch it again? On Thursday or Friday?
Yeah.
Yeah, I was watching it again. I was like, this is even better the fucking on multiple watches.
Thank you. No
Dude,
way.
the video store scene is fucking it just tops everything. It's amazing. It's so fucking gross too.
Yeah, yeah, it was really fun. I think our dialogue before that, before his scene was really funny. People just thought it was like, I don't know. I've seen like a few little things about it, like super unfunny and like just bad acting. And I was like, that's fine because we're not
Yeah.
actors, but I thought we were saying funny shit.
Yeah, I thought it was funny. I mean, I thought every character was like relatable and likable.
Well, thanks, because we're just being ourselves. We're not
Yeah.
we're not even being like we're not acting,
I was like, these would be
but
my fucking
that's
friends. If I had like a group of friends, I was like, these would be my people.
yeah, dude. Let's hang out. I'm coming to Chicago, bro.
Fuck yeah. And then also when my first time I watched Cruel, I didn't even know that you did it. And this was after I watched Blood Gorge. I just threw it
Mhm.
on Tubi because of the dope cover art.
Oh
So I was
yeah.
like, I'll watch this. It's only like an hour long. I'll throw it on. And then it pops up Victor Gabriel. I was like, no fucking way.
Oh, cool. That's sick. That's really
Yeah.
fun. Yeah, that was the first movie we did, and I really only did it just kind of for funsies, man. Like, I filmed it in 3 days on a shitty camera,
Mm.
and I wrote some dialogue for my friends to say about the dog man, which is like a legend around here, and then we literally filmed the last 30 minutes in one day. We kind of just all ran into the woods, and we're like, here's some fake guts, and like we strung Laura up from a tree and just shit like that. But I just really wanted to see if I could just make a movie with a camera on my own. Like I didn't even have my
Mm.
brother help me with that one at the time. I just I didn't think it was gonna go anywhere. Not that it's went anywhere, but like I emailed a few people when I finished it and I was just like, here's a movie. And then Terra Films was like, we'll put it out. And I was like, oh cool. And so now it's on things like Tubi and stuff. And it was like kind of an accident. And but it gave me like, it's got its flaws and everything, but I just slapped it together like, and then it gave me like the drive to be like, all right, let's do Blood Gorge and try to do like a narrative, like with people are being characters and not just fucking off in the woods.
Yeah.
But had Cruel not existed, I probably wouldn't have put two and two together to make Blood Gorge so soon after it. And so I think it was beneficial, and I think it makes more sense after seeing Blood Gorge, to kind of like get a vibe of all the people just fucking around and like all our friends just being silly in the woods. So
No,
yeah, I think you want.
with both of those projects, you can feel like the passion and the love for just horror. That's why I love them so much. That's why I love indie
Thank
horror
you.
in general so much because all the passion with it.
Yeah. No, I mean, I really just want to make movies, just, I mean, it's fun, but like, I really think they'll just keep getting better and better. And it's not like
Mm.
I'm trying to like win any awards or anything, but like my friends and I are just having a good time, which is like all this is about. And, we all work 9 to 5s and whatever. And CJ
Yeah,
actually works at a video store and,
that's
we all
dope.
just, yeah, it's so dope. It's just kind of worked out that like everyone does another thing, and we kind of all just were like, oh my God, let's start making movies. So hopefully they get bigger.
I
But
Yeah.
think you
thanks
guys
so
keep
much for
doing what you're
the nice
doing.
words, by the way.
You guys keep doing what you're doing. I think you have
Yeah.
a good chance. And
And
then
if
you
Cool, man.
mentioned,
Thank you.
oh, go ahead, Ian.
I was just gonna say, if you do come to Chicago, when we're all there, make sure you bring your
Yeah.
camera so we
Mm.
can film
Mm.
some cool death scenes that you can use in another movie.
Dude, yeah, we should make just like a micro budget, like mini short, and just like I'll just bring like guts and stuff, and we can just kill each
Yeah,
other and make
Dude,
a
that would be
movie and slap it
amazing.
on YouTube.
let's
That'd be
go.
fun, dude.
Let's
And
do
I
it.
mean, I'm in driving distance to Michigan too, so you ever need to kill somebody off, let me know.
Yeah. No, yeah, it's funny you say that. Like, I have friends that do another podcast called Bloody
Mm.
Essentials, and they're all from Chicago too. So they were like, whenever you need someone, like we'll drive right over. And I was like, all right, cool. And a couple of them might come over later in the month to go to the video store and the cider mill and stuff that we filmed for Blood Gorge. So if you want to come hang out, later in the
Dude,
month,
I might take you up on that actually.
you probably do the weekend before Halloween if we can all swing it.
That would be
But
dope.
that'd be dope.
That'll probably be like a fun road trip to bring the wife and kids on. We'll get like a hotel out there or some shit.
Dude, that would be sick, man. Yeah, the cider mill is like such a good time. Like I think it's like I grew up going there, so I know your kids
Mm.
just love it. It's like a really family fun vibe. They got the haunted hayride is crazy. I wanted to do a scene from the haunted hayride in Blood Gorge, but it was just like this, we can't even, like, because we were filming everything guerrilla style, where we were kind
Mhm.
of just like running around the park trying to get no one in there, and like no one else in the shots. So
That'd be
it
fun.
was,
Like my wife and I were watching Blood Gorge the other day, and we're like, this is like another thing they do a really good job at. I don't know what time, like around what season you shot it, but it still picks up that very fall vibe.
it was fall. It was like
Okay.
it was September though. It was like the second to last week of September, but that's when the cider mill starts opening up and doing
Mhm.
the haunted shit, which is like it just worked out for us so nicely. So yeah, we just it was definitely fucking fall, you know. But
It's just
it,
warm fall.
it's just warm fall. But yeah, we were all like sweating because we wanted to wear jackets and stuff though, just to make it look chillier out.
Yeah.
And like remember being like, oh, it's fucking like sometimes it's like 80 degrees and sometimes it's like 40 degrees. You can never, and then I'm sure you know, living in Chicago, that it's kind of
Fucking
like,
Midwest.
yeah, it's just up and down and annoying. But yeah, it was fall. And yeah, we just put up a whole bunch of Halloween decorations, but we would have done that anyway. So
Mhm.
yeah, it was a good time.
So yeah, so you wanted to talk about a particular project that you
Oh,
are starting or working on. So
yeah.
let you
Oh,
introduce
well,
that.
thanks, Ian. So the same crew is working. We want to work on a real movie, right? You feel me? Like I think Cross Village Encounter, I think Blood Gorge and Last House on Morrow Road are all just kind of like um so I kind of like liken it to being like playing music or whatever. So it's like, you know, you have your demo tape and then your EP and then your whatever and then like your first album or whatever. I kind of feel like those are all just like demos and EPs and stuff like that that we're just trying to like get out to people. And so the first real like feature length movie we're trying to do is this thing called Hellmare that came about when we were filming Last House on Morrow Road. I just had this idea and then we started running with it because like, you know, for found footage stuff, you just say shit and you like just put it on screen, you know, you just like, all right, that's funny. And I just I don't know what I made a joke and in the movie and we just like everyone I told about it was like, I'm thinking like a horse head killer guy. And I was like, me too. And now it just evolved into this idea where people rent this movie and they go to this house that one of the friends gets inherited from his grandfather, right? And his grandfather, unbeknownst to him, is an occultist. So when they put the movie on in the haunted house, they get sucked into the movie and they have to fight off Hellmare, which is going to be a disfigured horse head serial killer. And they also have to fight off the villains of the trailers that precede the movie because they're stuck in the movie world, right? So we're just going to use a bunch of like old horror tropes mixed with like new horror tropes and just like they have to use their knowledge of horror movies to get out. I poorly explained that, I'm sure, but that's the idea. And I want to make it just like super violent and super zany, but like fun zany, but like dark. I don't know if that makes any sense. If you're a fan of like 90s horror movies, like just like Jack Frost type of
Mhm.
thing, and like Jack Frost and like The Dentist and Ice Cream Man are like huge references for like what I want to do with this thing. And that's about it. Yeah, we're starting a crowdfunding campaign for it in the next day or so. So I just wanted to talk to you about it, and if anybody wanted to watch this and whatever, and like kind of help out with the cause, I thought it'd be kind of fun to I don't want to say promote, but just to discuss, you know, see if there was any interest in a silly idea like that.
Uh, can
Absolutely.
can you send me that crowdfund link when it goes live and I'll make a video and everything to promote it?
Yeah,
Yeah,
no,
and
thank you so much. Yeah, thank you guys.
I'm gonna donate too.
Oh, don't even worry about it. It just sharing it would be amazing, bro. Like
I
honestly, I
got
think
you.
well, that's another thing too. We're trying to, you know, a lot of crowdfunding campaigns, you gotta I've never run one before, so I'm a little nervous about it. But but you know, you see what other people do and they like sell the props from the movies and stuff. So we're gonna do that. and like we're gonna make like t-shirts for Hellmare that say Hellmare, fuck you, and sell those and shit like that. And yeah, just there'll be like little perks and stuff and DVDs and shit. So hopefully people are interested in no budget horror movies.
Yeah,
Still.
absolutely. I mean, the premise or the idea of the movie sounds fucking amazing.
Dude, it sounds so rad. I can't fucking wait.
Oh, really? Because when I explained it, nobody said anything, and I was like, "Oh my God, this is probably a real bad idea."
No, no, I'm fine.
Yeah.
I'm just like locked in and listening.
Oh, all right. Well, thank you.
And
Thank God.
and then
'Cause, like, I was like,
as soon as you said Jack Frost, the dentist, I was like, oh, let's
"Oh,
go.
dude, those are my favorites." Honestly, I feel like the '90s are so overlooked. Everybody talks about like the '80s and the '70s are like the golden era, but
Mm.
like, and they are to their own extent. But like, holy shit, man, people just like overlook the '90s like crazy. And I just think some of my favorites are in there, dude. From like Jack Frost, Tales from the Hood,
Mhm.
uh, The Dentist, and The Ice Cream Man are so fucking good. Like those are like what I think of when I think of horror. I don't know.
The
Um,
90s, like 90s horror is what I think of growing up, and like the cover art is what stands out the most for the 90s. So that and
yeah.
being at Blockbuster every fucking weekend is what I think of when I
Oh, for
hear
sure.
90s horror.
Yeah. No, I agree. Um, yeah, man, I miss video stores so much, dude.
Me too.
That's what that's what's great about video exclusive where we did that shit for Blood Gorge because it's like it's a blast from the past for sure. And it's like the biggest video store I've ever been to in my life. It's so sick. You guys should come over.
We need
I'm
to.
down.
You should. It'd be fun.
I'm
Yeah, I would
definitely.
love to. I would love to visit the video store just to see the video store from Blood Gorge.
Yeah, so that's the idea for yeah. Do it, dude. Have CJ sign your fucking mask back there.
Yeah, right.
Oh yeah.
I wanted to get more like everybody on it and just be like sign the back or something of that guy, and I just didn't have enough time to get everyone corralled
Oh,
to
it's all good.
shit. But
I just
yeah,
love having it.
it's pretty sick. It looks good over there.
Is that the one
Spooky.
that's used in the movie?
That
No,
one
not
wasn't,
that one.
unfortunately. Yeah, one guy bought the because like I had two that were used in the movie, and then we bought
Mm.
a few more for like backups and shit. So those were brand new. So
Yeah, and I'm not gonna reveal it, but if you remember, whenever I had you on Blood Gore and Goals, I had asked what that mask was from,
oh
and
yeah, did I? Oh,
I
sick, right?
figured it out. I
You
figured it
figured
out
it
when you
out.
sent it to me. I'm not gonna say what it is, but I figured it out.
Yeah, you know why? Because it still got it on there, huh? Or did you take it off?
I took it off.
You
Yeah.
took it off.
I wanted it to
Oh,
be
man.
screen accurate.
Yeah, for sure, for sure. Because like I remember when I got mine the first time, we made like a short for Blood Gorge. It's 3 minutes long. It's just me and Laura, and I wore the mask or whatever, right? And it had the hat still on it. And then I like so it's in the short, it's still got the hat. And then for the movie, I was like, we need to fucking I just took scissors and cut it off. I was like, this doesn't look cool. This looks dumb. Have this goofy little fucking leopard print hat on it. So
Yeah, it is weird how just something little like that changes the whole look of it.
Yeah.
the entire look, yeah.
I mean,
Oh,
look at the William Shatner mask for Halloween. All I do is paint it white.
Yep.
yeah. Yeah, it doesn't even look like William Shatner. Like they fucked that guy up, dude. I guess maybe and they also did they like cut the holes in the eyes bigger
Mm.
and they like fucked up his hair a little bit, but like yeah, that did not look like William Shatner, bro. Poor guy.
Movie magic.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm very excited for Hellmare and your journey with it. So yeah, definitely let us
Man.
know as soon as that's live, and we'll both
Yeah.
make videos, get the word out. Because yeah,
Well,
it's gonna be a fun time.
it's gonna be fun, dude. Like that's all I want to do is just do fun stuff with my friends and family, and then just make something that other people might think are fun. I think Blood Gorge is really fun, and I feel like Hellmare could be like Blood Gorge times 100 type of thing. I don't see why we couldn't just do something way bigger if we had like an actual decent budget, which by all accounts is still a very shoestring budget. You know what I mean? Like we're gonna try to raise 10,000. And yeah, dude, I think when I hear people talk about no budget movies and like shoestring budget, like I'll watch documentaries about filmmaking and they're like, yeah, I had no money. I made a movie with pocket change and their budget was 100 grand. And I'm like, that's not pocket change, bro. Like you could buy a house with that. What are you talking about? Like you buy a car and a house, depending
Have
on
you
where, but like you could.
have you thought of
So
a sequel for Blood Gorge?
Hellmare was actually gonna be a sequel to Blood Gorge initially, and it was gonna uh but the premise changed so many times because we were gonna initially do a 30-minute short with another filmmaker, and it was gonna be like a double feature for a
Mhm.
movie. And then the whole premise changed entirely. And I was like, okay, let's just suck them into the movie, and then they'll have to like escape vampires as well as the slasher and all this other shit. Um, it was gonna be like Blood Gorge 2. We talked about that, and because it's gonna be a lot of the same cast and stuff, and we were gonna make a joke where like Kate is still in it, but she's like in her burn face makeup the entire time, and we
Mhm.
don't acknowledge it. Just stupid shit like that. And I don't know. I think if Hellmare comes out and gets made the way I see it, there'd almost be like no point to make a Blood Gorge 2, if that makes sense. Like it would just be like a spiritual Blood Gorge 2, because it's gonna feel kind of similar and just be bigger, hopefully. So I think when people see it, they'll be like, oh, this is just a spiritual successor to the first one,
Damn,
but better.
I was just about to pitch you a idea for a sequel for Blood Gorge
No,
too.
you still give it to me though, because I'd
You
love to see
ready?
it too.
All right.
Yeah, no, dude.
So spoiler alert, like everybody
Mhm.
dies in Blood Gorge, right?
Mhm.
So you have two um horror influencers, podcasters who are obsessed with the movie, like Colby and Ian. And then we got to like talk about planning a trip to go visit our favorite spots where it was shot, all this, but like we get there and find out it's
Mhm.
actually real and then kill us.
Dude, that'd be a sick like found footage movie version of the
Yeah,
movie.
yeah, it'd be like a found footage, like maybe like a short, whatever. I think
Dude, it
that'd
could
be
be called
dope.
the Blood Gorge tapes.
Yeah, I love it.
No, that's actually pretty good, honestly. Like, and it'd be really cool to like balance like that, like do a found footage version of something that's like narrative driven, just kind of like
Yeah.
make a sequel, make a found footage sequel to a narrative movie or vice versa. It would be so weird. Actually, they did it in the 90s. I mean, we had Blair Witch Project and then Book
Mhm.
of Shadows. 90s horror, dude, so good.
Yeah, see?
Um,
Everything
mhm.
comes back to the 90s.
Dude, and what a weird movie, man. Nobody talks about the Blair Witch Project's a narrative to a found footage movie or the other way around. Like that doesn't happen. That's silly, but it was sick. I thought it was sick.
Mhm.
When I grew up and I saw both of those movies in the theater, I was just like, these are scary movies. Blair Witch 2 could have been so bad as a kid. I it's it's scary. That's a scary movie.
Yeah,
Hot take.
I remember the marketing scared me more than the movie itself for Blair Witch. But I
The
mean, when I
first
saw the
one,
movie when I was like 9, I
yeah.
still liked it, but I just thought the marketing was way better than the movie itself.
Yeah, I feel you. I have like a soft spot in my heart for the first one. We went and saw it in theater and I was like, I was 10 years old and fucking the the power went out halfway through the movie, and we because it was like storming really bad, and so my mom took us, she used to take us to see like horror movies all the time, so it was like, cool mom, thanks. I saw Scream at the drive-in too when I was 8 years
Oh,
old. It was awesome, but I was so scared we had to leave. Like after the opening, the boyfriend's guts everywhere. Like she drove us out, and she's like, "All right, let's get out of here." And then I got it for my birthday on VHS like the next year, and I was like, "Oh, this is not scary at all," as a 9-year-old child. Um, but with Blair Witch, man, we just finished it, and we were just like on the edge of our seat the whole time. Scary stuff.
Scream is like what shaped me as Scream
It,
and the Monster Squad are what shaped me as a horror fan as a kid.
those are good shapings for sure. Yeah, Monster Squad is I was gonna say underrated, but it's not. It's got a cult following as fuck, but
Mhm.
people don't talk about it in like I think the same breath as like other legends. You know what I mean? I
I
think
love
it's
that movie so much.
no, it's great. I haven't watched it in like 15 years, so feel bad. I should check that out. It's like 'tis the season right now.
Yeah, for real.
Yeah, I should put that on. Laura, we're gonna watch Monster Squad soon. All right, it's done.
But
But yeah,
yeah,
dude.
you definitely you definitely got to come out in November with Ian and I. We might stay at the hotel like one night out there. We'll figure it
Mm,
out. But we'll probably try to save money and chill here and just drive back. It's only like an hour drive, so it's not terrible.
I'll work.
But then I will definitely try to come to Michigan and visit when those other guys come too.
Yeah, that'd be sick. I gotta reach out to them soon, but yeah, we should do that. Yeah, no, I'll try to definitely make it over there. Is it gonna be like a Friday, Saturday, Sunday thing?
Mhm.
All right, cool, 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 cool. All right, too sick, dude. I should I don't see why not, you know?
They'll be dope.
Oh
And
yeah.
then I'm
Let's do it.
since I got in pretty tight with the Terrifier people, we can probably get to talk to them for a while without having to pay and shit.
Oh, are they gonna all be they're gonna be at this thing?
Yeah, Damien's gonna be there, Lauren Lavera.
Yeah.
I don't remember if I saw David Howard Thornton on the list, but I know a bunch of the producers. I think Michael Levy, who I'm really cool with now. Michael Levy's coming on the show. We might try to get him on later this week because Stream is coming out on VOD next week. So yeah,
Was Stream cool? Was that a good one?
yeah, Stream fucking ripped.
Really? Because like, like I thought it would be really fun. Like I like everything really.
Mhm.
But but I feel like the trailers made it all look a little underwhelming. I was hoping it would be like a different story once people started seeing it, and I guess that's how it seems. Like a lot of people seem to like it. So
Yeah, it's definitely the same feel as Terrifier with the kids because Damien did the all the practical effects, so it's over the top and just fantastic gore.
yeah.
But it's definitely a bit more of a story than Terrifier, and it felt like Marvel with like how many cameos and how big the cameos were in that movie.
Mm,
Like it's
yeah.
it's definitely gonna hit with a lot of people. And it sucked because it was only in limited theaters, like the
Yeah.
limited release, whatever. But yeah, they set it up to do like a whole franchise and many, many sequels, so it's gonna be fun. Like especially I think Damien said he's gonna be done with Terrifier after four. So I think this will be like the next big thing that people are gonna love and have a cult following for.
Interesting.
So
You heard it here first. That'd be like the Marvel Cinematic Universe is like the
it's
Stream universe.
it's so dope with how many cameos there are. It's insane.
Yeah, no, I saw that in the trailer for sure. I was like, holy shit, dude, they got everyone in this.
Mhm.
That's cool. I can't wait to check it out.
Yeah, I can't wait for everybody to see it. I can't wait for the VOD or go public on VOD.
Have you seen it, Ian?
But no, I haven't had the opportunity to see Stream yet, unfortunately.
What's the movie you've seen in the recent month?
I mean, the last big one that came out was VHS Beyond. I just watched that the other day. That was sick.
Yeah, I saw your review for it, honestly. And Laura and I put it on last night, man, and look, I love everything, right? But like we passed out like the first 30 minutes and we woke up and we were just like, I wasn't feeling that at all. And she said the same thing. And we have to give it like the fair shot because there's still like another hour and 20 minutes left.
Mhm.
But like the first two segments and the wraparound and alien shit is my life, dude. First of all, like they're here, they're real, they're visiting us. The government's going to come forward and say it in the next few months. So shit is happening. But
You didn't even see the best segments yet in the movie. The
no,
skydiving and the fur babies are the best segments.
no, I know the Justin Long segment. I that's what I keep telling her. I'm like, no, we gotta at least get there. But like the first two, I was like, the first one just felt like a video game, and it was cool. Like there was some cool stuff about it. And what,
Mm,
first of all, what the fuck do I know? I don't know how to make a movie like a good movie. But like,
not true.
but honestly, no, because you see the stuff that these folks are doing, and you're like, oh, this is nuts. But I just feel like the first person like body cam thing is it was just like you feel there's no stakes.
It's
I
been
just
done,
feel
but
like
it's been done a lot before.
yeah, and everything's been done, whatever. But like, I just thinking about all the ones from the last VHS installment that I really loved.
Mhm.
I thought they were all so great, and they didn't hold up to the first two didn't hold up to me to any of the ones from like the last one. So that I'm already in that mindset. But we got to finish it. Like I'm definitely not poo-pooing it. I'm just like just from where I'm standing is I'm just like, oh no. I hope that
For
changes.
me, the way that
Yeah.
that first segment with the body cam, I think it set a good tone for it. Like it was super fast paced, it was fun. And then the big stork at the end.
Yeah, no, that was cool. That was really sick.
The dude who played the stork, that's who plays the predator in Prey. He's the
Oh,
one in the
really?
costume as the stork. He was a Dane. That's his name, Dane. I can't remember his last
Crazy,
name.
honestly, because it looked like, whoa, that's sick.
Yeah,
Honestly, I
because
thought it was mostly CGI at the
yeah, I
time.
talked to I talked to Dane, the one who plays Predator
Mhm.
and the Stork. So he told me what it was like being in the Predator costume and the Stork costume. So that dude's like 7 feet tall. Super cool
That
dude.
that's crazy. No, it did look crazy. It looked awesome. I mean, there's like I said, there's stuff that I really liked about it, but as a whole, I just remember liking so many segments of the VHS series, especially the one they just dropped beforehand, where I was just like, I liked every one of those segments.
Mhm.
So that's like where I'm at mentally. But I really can't wait to get to the Justin Long one. I hear
You're
it's
not going to be
weird.
disappointed. Ian, what did you think of the
Yeah.
Justin Long one?
I really liked it. I want to see more of it. I want a full length of that. But
Yeah.
honestly, I want to see it not as a found footage.
Hmm.
Like I feel like that's one like it's in like it could be a sequel to Tusk. Like it could be in that same world. So
Yes.
that's what I want to see. Like I want to see like the higher budget like with the gnarly ass effects. Because I feel like that's one that like I love found footage, but I feel like that material works better not as found footage.
I feel that. Yeah, I don't
I
know. I
love
feel
found
like that
footage
could
though.
it's fun footage.
Fun footage.
Yeah.
There's another one I watched recently too that was completely off the wall, and that's Crackhead.
I turned it off.
Oh yeah. Dude, I really I've been seeing people post about it and I didn't hear any like a word about it until people were like, "Oh, you have to check this movie out." Like it was like it dropped and then I just saw like
Mhm.
five posts about Raccoon and I was like, What the fuck?" But also, where can I watch this? You know?
Right.
Raccoon.
Yeah, like
So
it's so dumb, but like I had a blast with it. Like it felt very much like Zombievers, which I love Zombievers.
Mhm.
yeah, that one was pretty funny. It was pretty cool. I
To
tend
be
to have
fair,
seen it, but it was
I didn't even get to the raccoon part. It just like was people dying and like oozing green shit out of their mouth or orange shit out of their mouth, whatever it was.
Yeah.
I
It
never
was
even
like
got to the
street trash.
raccoon
It was
part,
like
dude. Yeah, it's
street
like
trash
street trash.
meets
Yeah.
I
meets
love
Cocaine
Street Trash.
Bear. I know.
Like
I
like
was gonna
that's
I was gonna ask you how you felt about the remake that is supposed to come out here sometime.
yeah, I've heard about it. I just haven't seen any like anything about the production for it. So I really don't know. They did the same thing with like Slime City, which was like another 80s like sort of like goopy movie. You
Oh
know, they
yeah.
kind of like rebooted it later in life. And I never got to see the second one. So I it kind of like evaded me because I really love the first one. And that's how I feel about Street Trash. And I feel like you can't really capture that unless you're shooting on like exactly what they shot on, you're not going to catch that like gritty feel.
Hmm.
Um, and I remember seeing all the stuff for Slime City's reboot or whatever, the sequel. And it just didn't look the same or feel the same. So I kind of just I never I'll still see it eventually, but it's been out for a couple of years. So I don't know how I feel about it. I'd have to see what they're doing with it, but I'll watch it. I love Street Trash, so
Hmm.
I'll watch it.
Yeah, I think
Do you know anything about it?
Slime City
Mhm.
Massacre, I think, is on Tubi. That's
Oh
where I
yeah,
watched it
yeah,
at. So it's not the same as the original. Like it doesn't capture
yeah.
that, but it's still a
Mhm.
ooey gooey fun time of a movie.
Ooey gooey.
Ooey gooey, rich and chewy.
That's right.
All right, I'll check it out. Good advice.
Um, I have a good one that Ian, when is this episode releasing?
Tomorrow.
Oh fuck. Okay, I can't talk about the movie, but I have a movie to put on your radar.
Oh, what? God.
It's called I
What?
Will Never Leave You Alone, and I'm telling you, this one is going to be this year's When Evil Lurks.
Yeah, I've been hearing about that.
It's
Like,
a it's a dark sky film production. Holy fuck.
really?
Yeah,
Why can't
it's
you talk about it?
I'm
Because it's good.
under
Because it's not good.
embargo until the 10th. It releases on the 18th on VOD, but I can't
Mm.
talk about it, like review it until the 10th.
I'm embargo, dude. That's sinister. That's clandestine language. That's so like
It
that's
goes
it.
fucking hard.
I bet. Yeah. Cool, man. I'm
There
stoked.
we
There's a
go.
lot of cool shit coming up.
Yeah, this so it's about a witch as well, and I just reviewed Beazle and I raved Beazle,
Mm.
and this makes Beazle look soft.
No, really.
Yeah.
No way. I've been meaning
And
to
I
check out
I
the intro.
love Beazle. Ian and I both loved it.
Oh yeah. Yeah, Beazle goes
Yeah,
hard.
that's sick. Yeah, I saw a little interview segment with the director and stuff, and he was talking about how they filmed a lot of it in his house. So
Mm.
I love seeing stuff like that where other directors, not that I'm a director, but like other filmmakers like do just like, oh yeah, this is my house and I filmed a movie here. And I just think that's so cool because it should inspire anyone who has a fucking camera to be like, oh, I can make a movie too. Especially if you know somebody that knows how to do it better than you. You feel me? Like my brother knows how to do it better than me. And so it was just like, come on in. So watching him talk about his like childhood house and just being like, yeah, from my movie here just really made me feel like anything is possible. You know what I mean? So I'm really stoked to check out Beazle for sure.
Yeah,
Um,
absolutely.
I love witch stuff and weird creature monstery stuff. So should be cool. Hoping to throw a lot of that into Hellmare too. Just like some creature effects of sorts. And not to go off on a tangent, sorry. But you know how like Beazle, the look of the witch on the cover of Beazle is so spooky to just have like really interesting looking creatures or characters. Like that shit stick. It's like Colby said, like the cover of a movie is what gets you. You know what I mean?
Hmm.
So I want to have some more of that in our next thing. And we got really lucky having CJ make all of our posters. So he just made a new poster for Hellmare for like our promo, and it's just like a hand with a drill and like an eyeball on it because we're gonna have a kill in it where it's like Hellmare like puts a drill in somebody's eye like to the side of their head, and then the eyeball's gonna spin inside their head, and yeah, hopefully like just really just silly 90s stuff.
Yeah, I was gonna say it sounds
um
very 80s, very 90s.
That sounds so
yeah,
gnarly.
yeah, so I hope in my head I wanted to put that into Blood Gorge, um but we just didn't have the time. So hopefully with like 9 days to film we'll have more effects stuff, and we're gonna have Kate do more prosthetic work and shit. So looking forward to it.
Yeah, and you might say that you're not a director. I don't care what you say because you're one of my favorite directors. So take that.
Dude, shut up, Ian. Stop lying,
Shut
dude.
up. I don't care what you say. Blood Gorge fucking rips. Cruel fucking rips.
Thank
Hellmare is
you.
gonna fucking rip.
I think Hellmare will rip. Honestly, I think if you even liked even either of those to like the tiniest degree, I think Hellmare is going to be like the thing that people are like, oh, this is a real movie. You know what I mean? It's not just like a thing that's on YouTube or whatever anymore. So hopefully, not that it's going to get big or anything, but I think people will see where we're coming from with these like smaller projects, and then see like the actual evolution of a feature length movie will hopefully be something some people can enjoy.
And see, I'm not even biased because I've never really spoken to you until now. Like
Yeah, I
we've
was gonna
messaged
say.
on Instagram, but I've been recommending Cruel and Blood Gorge since I've seen them. So not even biased.
Thanks, dude. I really appreciate it, honestly, because it's like one of the things where you put your art out into the world. Um, there a lot of people will enjoy it, and a lot of people will just flame it, and been for sure. And it's not like it's no skin off. It doesn't affect me in the way that I'm going to stop making movies now. But as soon as you start doing something and you show people, and they're like, "Dude, that was straight trash," or whatever,
Yeah, I totally feel you on that because like even
you post a comment.
as
Yeah,
a content creator, we deal with that shit all the time too. Like especially me, I get I've had people tell me to kill myself because I didn't like a
yeah,
movie I recommended. It's fucking
right.
it's yeah, it's funny. I think it's
But
funny.
it is funny but it's like at the same time, it's like really tragic because it's like one of those things that you would never talk to somebody like that in person.
No.
Otherwise, I'd fucking put your teeth in. But like, it's just like, well, why are you allowed to say that online? Like, just not that I've ever been told to kill myself online, but like, nobody should say that to you. Otherwise, like, I that pisses me off, dude. Like, it's just why are we so cold to one another? If you didn't like it, then just be like, oh, I didn't like it. Like whenever I don't like something, I don't fucking shit on it. I try to find the good in it, the stuff that I did like about it. And if something's not for me, I'm not going to be like, oh, well, that guy should kill himself or stop making movies. But we're just so mean to one another. Like, can we all just get along, dude? Shouldn't horror movies be about like, fake killing people and not like getting people to really kill people?
Yeah, and like the thing too, I do a lot of like the extreme videos and
Mm,
I say like why like I don't like them. Like I couldn't handle this because I don't like watching rape on screen, you know? And people
yeah,
would be like, "Oh, you're a fucking pussy. You can't handle a movie?" I'm like, "No, I
yeah.
just don't like watching rape."
No, that's crazy. Yeah, some people take this shit like way too far. Like it's weird. Because then you kind of gotta wonder, like, it's all fun and games when we're making silly movies, but like some people, I think, yeah, might take it a little too far for real. There's folks are out there.
Like the who's the what's that Lucifer Valentine, is that his name? Who's actually has like allegations for like fucked up shit and he makes those fucked up movies like the Slaughter Vomit Doll shit. I haven't watched those. I'm not going to support those movies.
Yeah, no, I seen a handful of those back in the day, and I was just like, they're not for me, you know what I mean? But like, I definitely watched them. There was a time when I was like, I guess like 10 years ago, I was really into everything that On Earth put out and just like all like extreme shit. And so you just come across it and you watch it, and it's
Mhm.
just not my bag, really. There's some extreme shit that I'm really into,
Yeah.
but I think some of it is just like just not really for me. The lack of story or just the artistic stuff that's just violence for violence sake and
Yeah.
nothing else. Just not really my thing. I don't know.
No, there's some that are actually pretty deep and have like a cool meaning, but others just like, why the fuck was this made?
Yeah. No, I agree. Yeah. What about you, Ian? What do you like that's extreme?
I love the French extremity stuff.
Oh my
Like,
God, don't get me started. The new French extremity shit was like is my jam though.
What's your favorite French extremity, Victor?
Oh, Calvert. I think
Oh, okay.
I think that's my favorite.
Then Ian, I already know yours, Martyrs.
yes. Yeah, mine was inside
Have
for a long time, and then I saw Martyrs, and then I took that
mhm.
took the top spot.
Have you seen Frontiers?
I was gonna say
Yes.
Frontiers is mine. Frontiers is my number one.
Front
It's good. It's really
Frontiers
good.
has the gnarliest fucking Achilles cut scene.
Yeah.
That shit creeps me out.
Dude,
Yeah,
Frontiers turned into
no,
one of my wife's favorite movies.
that's wild.
She fucking
Sick wife.
loves it.
Dude, it's a good movie. And I remember it kind of like got like pushed aside when it because it was like one of those like after dark film fest movies or like Eight Films to Die For. It was like one of those
Mhm.
two.
Mhm.
And I just feel like it didn't get the same treatment that a lot of the other movies did in that time. But yeah, dude, I like a lot of like there's like like Gaspar Noé and like a lot of weird French shit that isn't like really people don't talk about in the mid 2000s new French extremity. Like I like those shits too. But
Oh, I have one in my inbox that I'm watching at work tonight. It's called Mads.
Mads.
Yeah, it's a one take French Extremity. It's about like this new drug that turns people fucking crazy, and
Hmm,
it's a legit one take 90-minute movie.
that's pretty wild.
I'm excited to watch
It's
that one.
newer? It's a new
Yeah,
movie, or
it's not out yet. I can't remember what it's dropping on when it does drop, but it was at Fantastic Fest and I missed it. So
hmm.
I hit them up. Oh no, I've seen Shudder. So I emailed them. I was like, "Hey, I missed this one at Fantastic Fest. Is there any way I can get it?" And they're like, "Yeah, no problem." So I'm gonna watch that one tonight.
Yeah, sick. Let me know how it goes. Yeah, that's exciting, dude. Like you guys, I kind of envy you guys because like you get to see all this sick shit and like ahead of time and stuff. I think that's cool.
It's cool, but I one of our friends was talking about it because he got to see Longlegs like 2 months before everybody else. And he's
Mm,
like thankful. He's like, yeah, it's cool, but he said he didn't have the anticipation anymore like everybody else. So that was like kind of a downer. Like he thought it was cool
yeah,
that he saw it, but he doesn't have that excitement and hype anymore.
yeah,
He didn't have anyone to talk to about it either
Yeah,
for
and he
two
couldn't
months.
talk to anybody about it.
dude, that would suck. Yeah, that would really suck. Because I
But I
love
mean,
talking about it. Mhm.
yeah, like it has its perks and then it has its downs, but
Yeah.
regardless, I'm
Well,
thankful from where I'm at for what I've done for content creation and how far I've come. Like I'm having fun with it. I'm rolling with it.
yeah, dude. I mean, I think that's all what it's about. If just having fun.
Mhm.
Hopefully, Ian, you think this shit is fun.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah, like I mean, I love getting the screeners and seeing stuff early. Uh, I love this stuff though. Like I love that it's opened up this opportunity where we can talk to people who make films and
Yeah,
kind of get that insight. Like that's my favorite part of it. It's just kind of like I guess like the quote unquote connections, but it's more
yeah,
so just the conversations that we get to have.
for sure. No, I love talking to people about horror movies in general. So I think making a movie or making content is a little different than actually having a discussion with people about this shit because I can talk about it all day. Horror movies are just so fun, and I'm glad to be able to talk to you guys about movies, even if it's not our own. It's just like it's just fun. This shit is fun.
Mhm.
I want it to be fun. It's gonna stay fun. No one's gonna take that from me. The end.
Hell yeah, that's right.
And again, you're more than welcome to come on and just talk like for an episode. Like it doesn't have to be about us interviewing you questions. If you ever want to come talk horror, just come on the
No,
podcast. Like
I
don't
would
even wait for
love
us to
to.
ask. Just message us. Be like, hey, can I come on? Like,
Yo,
yeah.
I would love to, dude. Give me some homework and I'll watch a movie and we can all rap about it. And like, yeah, I mean, if you guys want to do one in a couple weeks, I'd love to just like have like a horror movie book club for a minute. You know?
Yeah,
Hell yeah.
for sure. Let's do it after Halloween. Like
No, I was gonna
November,
say,
we'll do
Yeah.
something.
yeah, because then we could plan like then we could talk about planning for Days of the Dead too.
Mhm.
Because
Oh, fuck yeah.
Yeah, yeah, we could do that. We could do it. Yeah, right before all
yeah,
that.
no, because I'm
Oh yeah,
definitely gonna try to go out to that. There's no reason for me to not just be able to hang out for a day or two. So let's do it.
hell yeah.
Yeah, that's
And
right.
then, but before we wrap it up, then we have our question that we always ask everyone that's on
Yep.
here. So I'm very interested in your answer. So if you had the opportunity and an unlimited budget to
Mm.
remake or add a sequel onto a franchise, which one would it be?
Okay, okay. I talk about shit. I have two answers.
Okay.
One, and I would hate to remake this movie, but I think it's such a good movie and it gets like overlooked so hard, is Dead and Buried um, from the 80s. I'm sure you guys have seen it, but
Mhm.
it's so good and it's so spooky and it's so ghoulish. And I think it would just slap right now if somebody like were just to put a shit ton of focus into it because the story is so cool and it feels like just like a really twisty like Tales from the Crypt like episode or something. And I think the storytelling in it is just so sick. And then I think I think this do you guys fuck with Blumhouse stuff at all?
It
Like any
depends.
of it? It depends,
It,
right?
it depends.
Yeah, there's a movie from the 90s called Mommy. and it has a sequel. But Laura and I just watched the first Mommy the other day, and I was like, dude, this would hit so hard right now if it got remade. And I was like, I want Blumhouse to give me like $1 million to remake Mommy, and it would just fucking crush it in the box office because it's like it's such a weird movie about this deranged mom whose daughter is like overlooked in class, so she like kills her teacher, and then she like has to kill a whole bunch of people to cover up that killing type of thing. And it's so devious. It's just like a thriller, but I feel like um in the 90s, this movie is like 30 years old. They said a whole bunch of weird shit about like just about like societal issues that are pertinent today. So I kind of feel like back in the day, 30 years ago, you it was just really poignant then that I know that it would still be like applicable now. And all I'm saying is Blumhouse should pick up rights to remake Mommy and direct it. And that's it. I think
Hell
those are
yeah.
I
two
think that's a
good
good
ones.
idea.
Yeah, I mean, I don't really, again, Blumhouse, like you said, is hit and miss. I just can see it with that sheen, that Blumhouse sheen, and it would just be like a big movie. I could tell in my head. Probably a stupid answer, but that's what it's gonna be.
No,
No,
I
that's
mean
cool.
that would be their that would
we
be their
usually get
the best
like,
movie.
yeah, I agree. We usually get like answers from directors or like main like big known franchises, like Texas Chainsaw Massacre, stuff like that. So I love getting answers like this.
Oh, dude, I think I mean I could talk about obscure shit all day. I could give you some way more weird shit, but like that one, it's I don't know, it stuck with me. You ever watch a movie and like you just forget the fuck all about it? Like I feel like
Hmm.
Mommy was so weird and it crept under my skin. It's not like a brilliant movie, but I think it's relevant to today, and I think it'd be a good candidate for like a maybe an update or like a remake where it's like, okay, now people got, cell phones and shit because they didn't in the 90s. So it'd just be like it would just make a lot of sense just like to just bring it to the time.
I feel that.
Also, I mean, Texas Chainsaw Massacre, like already has like fucking 10 of them in the franchise.
Mm.
And the first one was like my favorite movie of all time. So like I'm not gonna like hypothetically ruin a great movie that's already been ruined a couple times. Um, I don't know. No offense to anybody else that said Texas Chainsaw Massacre. I just never would. Yeah. What about you guys?
Fuck. I never think about that. I just want to die. Like my main goal is to die in a horror movie. That's all
Yeah,
I
right.
want.
Right.
My answer is always Darkness Falls.
Oh, dude, don't get me started on Darkness Falls. Anytime somebody brings up Lights Out, I'm like, oh yeah, Darkness Falls, like 15 years ago, and it was so much better. Like I think that movie's sick, dude. And yeah, man, good answer, dude. Good fucking answer. I fuck with that movie. One of my favorite bands is a punk band called Boys Night Out, and they have a song is a reference to Darkness Falls, like the title of it. So I always just I'm like, damn, dude, I knew I loved this band for a reason, Because like, what an obscure thing, Darkness Falls, dude. Like, who even talks about that? Good answer.
This is solid.
That's a solid answer. Although it was already such a solid movie, why are you remaking it? But
I
but
feel like
it's good.
it can go harder. Like I want an R-rated,
Yeah,
all practical effects, like
yeah,
full on
yeah.
scary version of it.
It was scary to me 20 years ago.
Oh yeah, I
I
mean
mean,
back then, yeah,
yeah.
it's not quite as
Probably not.
scary watching it now,
Yeah,
but
I feel that. Cool. Good answer though.
thank you.
Okay.
Colby, anything else to add before we wrap it up here?
Um, Not that I can think of right now. I just want to hang out with you guys soon.
Right?
Fuck
Yeah, dude.
around at Days of the Dead, man.
Yep.
Yeah, I'm gonna make it happen. We're gonna kick it
Hell yeah. I can't
if
wait.
you'll have me.
Bring a bunch of DVDs too, so we can like fucking hustle people on DVDs like Spencer used to
Oh,
do
no.
at Warp Tour.
Yeah, no, hell yeah. That's sick. That's a good idea, honestly.
I'll
Because
I'll give Damien one of your DVDs too.
oh yeah, dude, I was thinking I just been wanting to get him a copy, honestly, because it would be cool just to have like somebody of that stature just have the movie. Like I'm a big fan of the Terrifier movies. I think the first one was kind of like, you know, it was okay. And then the second one just blew my ass off. And then I'm sure the third one will be great. It's just cool to see like the evolution of it. You know what I mean?
Mhm.
Like I love being there. I don't want to be like from the start because like so many people were there from the start, which is awesome. Good for Damien.
Yeah.
I did really like the first one, but I think when you hear about the hype of a movie and then you check it out and it just kind of doesn't meet the hype in your head, that's like
Mhm.
your own fault for like buying into like all the hype. But it was
Right.
good. Like it was a cool movie. I just had a different interpretation of it. But the second one, I had no expectations, and her and I saw it at the drive-in, and we're eating like fucking Chinese food, and we're just like grossed out the whole time. And like it was the best movie experience I've had in so long. Laura and I sitting at the drive-in on a crisp, chilly night, just eating Chinese food, watching a 2.5 hour fucking epic. It was sick, dude. So I'm really hoping for a repeat of that for part 3.
For me, I
But
think part 3 tops both of them.
that's crazy. Like,
Gore wise and story wise. It really digs deep into the story, and I think a lot of people that bitch about the story aspect of Terrifier, like it ties a lot of things together and in like a really cool way.
interesting. I do want to say really quick about that. People that don't like the story aspect of part 2 are just so silly. You know, I don't want to like poo-poo anyone's thoughts and opinions, but like I think the story of part 2 and the runtime of part 2 is so integral to the storytelling as a
Mhm.
whole because like you feel for all the characters, right? I feel like the mom in that movie was so good when they reconcile their beefs and then she gets her face blasted off. I was like, no, you know, I actually felt for this character. They built it up over the course of an hour, and like that's why you watch a movie and you don't care because in 90 minutes it's like people are just dying and you have no build up. Like I feel like the tension and the story building in part 2 was really good, and the pacing was good. I didn't feel like I was watching a 2.5 hour long film. I just thought it was an awesome movie. Like I
Yeah.
think people's attention spans are so short these days, is what I think it is. And
100% correct.
and that's on you, you know, that's on the
Mhm.
person watching it, like, and have your attention held for a little bit. And not to say that it's got to be everyone's cup of tea, but per se, you know, you should want to be wowed by something visceral when it happens.
Right.
And that's what part 2 did.
Completely agree.
Yep, absolutely. All
Good.
right. Well, we still have a connection here. We'll wrap it up. So,
Yeah.
so Victor,
Okay.
again, man, thanks for taking time out. Come hang out with
Yep.
us. We appreciate it.
No, thanks for
Looking
having me.
forward to Hellmare. Like I said, as soon as you have it ready to go, as far as the crowdfunding and everything, let us know. We'll
Yeah, for sure.
get it all posted.
Thank you so much.
Yeah, absolutely. But yeah, want to shout out your socials where you can find you with all that fun stuff.
Yeah. We really just have right now it's just YouTube and an Instagram. So at RFN Pictures, just post like updates of all of our projects and where you can watch it if it's screening somewhere. Um, Hopefully we'll be posting, I don't know, like something to our YouTube soon about the crowdfunding campaigns and stuff. So RFN Pictures, that's it.
Hell yeah. Well, again, brother,
Yeah.
thank you so much.
Yeah, no, thank you,
And
Ian. Thank you,
yeah,
Colby.
Yeah, anytime, man. Like I said, anytime you're welcome to come on and just talk horror.
Yeah, I would love to genuinely. So let's plan something for next month.
will
Dope.
do. Yep.
Cool. I'll work on my connection. I
All
promise.
right, that's your homework.
I promise.
But yeah, again, thank you, and I'll put all the info, your social links, and where to find your movies in the show
Cool.
notes, so everyone watching and listening can find it easily. But yeah, again, thank you all for watching and listening, and we'll see you all next week.
Hell yeah, thank you.
Don't let the ghosts and the ghouls disturb you.
There you go. That's it.